Hello everybody, Pixar just released the first teaser trailer to next year's Hoppers, and per usual with these, I want to take a look at what we have going on and give my thoughts on the new look. If you stayed until after the credits of Elio, you would know this isn't exactly our first look at the film, and while this surely does give us a better look at the story, this trailer doesn't give away too much. It does, however, give us the quality versions of the D23 footage that leaked out a year ago, and it's able to lay out the general concept of the film to general audiences. We see as Mabel, our lead character, enters Beaverton University. This is a fun little reference to the beaver robot that is obviously the star of the show for this film. Though I looked into it, and Beaverton, Oregon is a real place, and Oregon has a lot of forests, so this very well could be the real world setting of this film. When we enter the university lab, there's a lot of robot pieces scattered around. There's a few other beavers, some birds, and a rabbit. But we can assume that this is the first of these machines to actually work. Maybe not though, there could be a whole plot about Mabel tracking someone down that goes rogue, even though we see by the end of the trailer that she does the same thing. I know that behind the scenes they've been describing this movie as a cross between Avatar and Mission Impossible, but I did not expect Avatar to actually be referenced in this trailer. That's really funny to me. I don't actually think this is a knockoff or anything, nor is Avatar a completely original concept in its own right. So I hope this joke doesn't become a critique of the film, though I've seen a lot crazier. We see Mabel finally hopping into the beaver and going into this new world of animals, and it's really charming to see this ecosystem portrayed, and I think this will be a big selling point of this film. The animation is gorgeous here at every turn. The lighting and the water is just on another level as we'd expect from Pixar, and most of this trailer is dedicated to the joke about the pond rules, as this bear wants to eat another beaver, and the beaver just kind of accepts this circle of life. The dialogue here and with the other animals we see in the world remind me of director Daniel Chong's other work, We Bare Bears, and it really helps to give this film its own personality amongst the Pixar catalog. So in this scene, Mabel disrupts the natural order, or at least the trailer is cut to make it look like it is this scene, so we'll probably see beyond this how the natural order is disrupted. And I'd assume this leads to the deforestation acts of Mayor Jerry that have been hinted at, but I'm sure it'll go even beyond that. Speaking of Mayor Jerry, he and King George, another beaver, were left out of the trailer. We'll probably see them in a new one that comes out in November or December. My big takeaway is, who else is going to be hopping? And I say this only because the title is the pluralized Hoppers, and unless that's the company name or something of the like, I assume they're going to send in more people after Mabel, or the scientists will just go in themselves. But I do wonder where her human form is during all of this. And if we are to look at the end credit scene of Elio, I assume part of that natural order that changes is animals are well versed in human technology at this point, as the lizard is now fond of emojis. I've got questions here, but I am just excited to see more. I'm obviously tuning in and truly hope this captures the interest of the general public. After Elio, Pixar needs a big win, and hopefully that comes before Toy Story 5. And this is all going to come down to meaningful marketing on Disney's end here. I do think this is a good foot forward though. We've also got our first poster. This has some sharp colors here, and it's very eye-catching. Overall, this is super exciting. I'm glad we finally got this first look. If you checked out this trailer for yourself, where would you like to see this story go in the future, and what did you think of this? That does it for my video today, a very short little breakdown. If you can't tell, I'm a tad bit under the weather, but I had to get on here and talk about this, and I thank you all for tuning in. If you'd like to stay tuned for future updates on Hoppers and upcoming releases, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.